Trigger warning. This series often contains heavy triggers that may be difficult for some viewers. Please remember to put your mental health first.
What's up, nerds? Welcome to the season premiere of Untold Archives' new campaign, Heralds of Salvation. We are so excited for this one. You guys have no idea. The ride that you are in for is going to be incredible, and I cannot wait to share this with you all. We've got some new characters, so let's go ahead and go around so everybody can introduce themselves, where you can find them at, and who they're going to be playing. So on my screen, because I can't see the Twitch one, Bree, you're first.
Okie dokie. Hi, my name is Bree. My pronouns are she, they. You can find me on most socials under Hey, Hi, and Hello, Bree here. And I'm going to be playing Arya, half gnome, half tiefling, and I'm going to be an experimental barbarian. It's going to be a very fun wild ride.
I got Hades next on my screen.
Hello there, everybody. I am Hades, pronouns she, her. You can find me quite literally everywhere at Authorities, anywhere that social media basically exists. And I will be playing Miss Beulah Fielder, a Silkborn College of Whistles bard.
Sky Baby.
Hi, I'm Sky. You can find me everywhere at Sky Bunny TTV. I will be playing a very new character today. I've never played a monk before, but I will be playing Sister Mina. She's a plague-born, Way of the Pestilent Haze monk. So sorry, Snail. It is not a way of mercy. She doesn't do mercy.
Zuli.
Hello, my name is Zuli. I go by any and all pronouns. I will be playing Birch, who is a pronghorn servan, who is a druid circle of the old ways.
And I'm going to be your dungeon mistress, your high priestess of this campaign. My name is Jen, for those who don't know. You can find me Cancer Moon Cleric in all the places and all the things. And we are excited. We will be announcing our donations as soon as we see how much we made for last month. For everybody who was following along, we decided that anything that we made in November would be donating to a charity called No Kids Hungry. And so we're going to see that here on the 15th, from my understanding. Right, Sky? So we'll know how much we can donate?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then we will let you guys see all of that. Any last words, comments, questions, concerns before we get started?
I love you.
That
And I can't wait to see the
you.
character introductions videos.
I love you. You're amazing.
I love you. Oh,
You
I
want
love you
intros?
all. It won't save you. I promise. So yeah, let's meet our characters. Stay tuned for this video, guys.
Hello there. My name is Arya, and I hail from the north, a place so cold and so snow-covered that it feels like your fingers are about to freeze off. A place where being a warrior means everything, and having power and strength beyond imagine is the goal. However, it wasn't a place for a gnome like me, so instead I trusted someone who I shouldn't have trusted, and my body was broken and bent and recreated into something completely anew, an experimentation that we thought would make me stronger and better. But at what cost? Now I stand before you, half gnome, half tiefling, ready to take on the world, ready to find my own definition of happiness, and maybe find myself again, and not allow myself to lose that small bit of gnome that I have left.
Hello there. My name is Birch. I am from the Circle of the Old Ways, and I hail from the West. Long ago, my people discovered the circles that life moves in and seek to honor the earth, the same way that it honors us. Protector of the natural order, I tend to the land and refuse to take something without giving back to the earth. And as a young servant, the trees whispered to me of the old ways, of how my people talk of peace, but of how the hawk is only evil to the field mice, but considered peaceful and good to the nestlings within. of how the old Fae used to be and still are if you look hard enough for the right deals. My people push for peace, but I still take those lessons with me that they taught me. The trees are me and I am them. So come with me. Together we will discover who the field mice are and who the nestlings are that need my protection.
Hello, I'm Miss Beulah Fielder, the guide of the South. Before my travels, I was just a simple grain farmer with my family. However, as times have gotten tough, I decided to abandon all that, to follow the winds and whistles to capture my people's story. If our kingdom forgets the generosity that we are built upon, I will be sure to harness our memories and keep us immortal. I have dedicated my life to this and carry their stories on my weapons, clothing, and even the whistles and songs I perform while traveling on the road. I will make my people proud and show the South is more than just food. It is nourishment for the soul.
My name is Sister Mina Calix. I serve in the House of Rest on the Eastern Isles. Few know I'm there, fewer ever see my face. It isn't meant to be otherwise. I was trained as a healer once. I studied the body, its failings, its fragile patterns, but when I underwent the trial, I stepped past breath into silence and met the presence that waits for us all. It touched me with the gentleness of a final exhale, and I returned changed. The gift to mend had left me, and in its place came purpose. I am no longer the one who restores. I am the one who completes. So, when it is time, and the last dose must be given, I am summoned. Others hold hands, offer words, cry if they need to. I simply do what must be done, quietly, cleanly, without sorrow. I have never left the Isles. There is no need. Death finds every shore in the end. But that's enough. The rest is only meant to be shared with the dying. And you are still breathing.
Hi nerds, we're back. I hope you guys liked our character intros. Our players have worked so hard on bringing this all together, and just, you know, let's do snaps for Zuli, please, for all the character art that you've seen thus far. Incredible, amazing. We love. And now, are we ready to jump in to this campaign?
Yes.
Let's do it.
On the Eastern Isles, dawn arrives gently. The ocean exhales in slow, steady breaths, brushing the docks with a whispering hush as the sky warms from lavender to rose. Sister Mina, you stand at the edge of the pier, watching the first light catch on the water. Sky, can you take a moment, please, and describe your character to us?
We see a 2-foot-tall, we don't know what she is. She stays in her full plague doctor gear all of the time, and even takes extra care to keep her tail tucked in nice and tight. But she's kind of sitting out on the dock, just taking around who's all with her and just kind of a little bit confused in a way. And she wears all pink. Let's be specific here, okay? She's cute.
So specific.
She's a cute rat.
She cute. Now, this quiet hour, this soft beginning, it feels like the world is holding itself still, almost waiting. Now, Sister Mina, it was only a week ago that the Tide Caller received the letter from the capital. And while she didn't disclose what was written specifically, all she said was, a prophecy has been revealed, and 4 must answer the call of the flame. Later that evening, Miyu, peacekeeper, head of your House of Rest, sought you out. She approached you and her tone was gentle, but her eyes held a certain certainty that made you catch your breath. Sister Mina, may I speak with you for a moment?
You may always speak with me. How can I help you?
I just wanted to let you know that Tide Caller ask that each of the 4 houses select a representative to send as a delegation. They figured 4 houses, 4 must answer the call, and I could think of no one better. I put your name forward.
That is quite kind of you, but I know I shouldn't speak out of turn, but wouldn't it make more sense to send more of the healers than I?
Mr. Mina, what we do here is just as important as the other houses. Even though we may not hold the same reverence or faith as the other houses, we still mean a great deal to those that seek us out, those who are tired and in need of rest. You are just as worthy as they are.
I suppose.
Wonderful. It is settled then. I'll leave you to it. And she backs away, leaving you to your thoughts. And it's those same thoughts that now, as you stand on the pier, watching your boat be prepared by the harbor master, just a few days later, standing with your other fellow chosen representatives. You see Isabel and Serena standing near the end of the pier, laughing, whispering, eyes full of bright excitement that neither can contain. Kellic stands knee-deep in the tide, eyes closed, listening to something that none of you can hear. And as you wait, a thin veil of mist drifts over the water, and within it you hear the faint murmur, soft and familiar, whispers. They coil at your ears like breath from another world, just as footsteps approach from behind you. And as you turn to look, you see the Tidecaller herself moves towards you, her white robes trailing as though stirred by a wind no one else can feel. To most, her presence is unsettling. Those drifting garments, her distant voice, the face and body of a relic born, and that unblinking calm of someone who walks too closely with the dead. Behind her, her handmaiden follows, carrying a wide-lipped ceremonial urn. The water is gentle this morning, the Tidecaller says. Kellic, will it remain so for your journey? Kellic inhales deeply and... Yes, Tidecaller. The sea welcomes us today. Good. She gives a soft but pointed reprimand to the 2 chattering girls and a slow, knowing nod to Kellic, and then finally, her gaze finds you, Sister Mina, and it lingers, just a little longer than comfort allows. And Sister Mina, sometimes the way that she looks at you, it feels like she knows, which is impossible, right? The journey was yours and yours alone, just like everybody else. But sometimes, words left unspoken, you feel as though the rumors that the Tidecaller can peer through the veil and see what lays beyond. When she looks at you, sometimes you begin to wonder if those rumors are true. And after a moment, the harbor master calls, "The boat is ready, please." And you begin your journey towards the mainland. On the mainland, a road crests in its final rise and the capital reveals itself like dawn breaking across stone. And from the back of the small supply cart birch that you and your companions have ridden on from the west, you watch as the towering white walls catch the morning light, giving a soft golden glow like sunlight through pale leaves. And it's unlike anything you've seen in the western wilds. No trees, no woven huts, no living bridges, only perfect stone, shaped with impossible precision, each block polished until it gleams. Birch, can you describe yourself for us, please?
Yes, Birch stands at about 5'7". That is the tip of her horns. The top of her head actually reaches about 5'3". But with her horns, she stands at a nice, tall 5'7". She wears a green tunic top with a green tunic bottom showing off her midriff and making sure to show off her soft brown fur that she keeps as she is a servan. She's almost satyr-like in that the top half of her is almost humanoid and the bottom half is deer-like, in which she has 2 legs. She has white spots across her cheeks and little brown fur crawling up from her cheekbones up into her hair.
Beautiful. And as you ride in the cart, a soft wind blows and the cart creaks forward slowly. And Myrrh, the Furbolg druid, one of your companions, says, "It's big. No roots, no canopy. How do they sleep here without the forest to watch them?" And he looks to you, Birch.
I have no idea. I'm still trying to wonder how they feel safe being so exposed. There's nothing here that has life in it. It's just all stone.
You see Azarion, the satyr, sitting next to you, laughs a little bit as he kicks out. "It's fine, Myrrh. Some people like roofs. Keeps the rain off, keeps the birds out." And as he says birds, Hedwyn, the owlin, perks up and says, "I'm not going to take offense to that." And you hear them kind of bicker at each other a little bit, which they've done the entire way from the Western Wilds. Myrrh just shakes his head as he watches. And you draw closer. And Birch, I feel like the weight of the capital finally begins to settle on you. And you watch as the second wall rises behind the first, taller, reinforced with this burnished copper vein that shimmers almost like a moving flame. And as you roll towards that outer gate, the guards wave you forward, and Myrrh hands them a letter given to you by Gardok, your oracle, the one who received the letter from the capital. And the guard looks at it for a moment, hands it back, and waves you through. And as soon as you roll into the outer ring, the noise hits. The markets have already begun their morning bustle. You hear people negotiating over the price of eggs, people rolling out their carts and getting set up. And as you look up, rising at the center is the high seat's spire, a needle of white stone and living flame, a brazier at its peak, burning with fire so bright it appears almost white. And your cart turns onto the main boulevard, this grand path with pale stones laid in spirals resembling swirling fire, and begins to ascend towards the center of the city. And as you finally reach that final gate, you see those guards, those soldiers in their white and gold plate. One steps forward, looking at you, Myrrh presenting the letter once again. He looks briefly, the Western delegation. They're expecting you, and steps aside. And the gates of the spire open ahead, and the brazier's light from above falls on your shoulders, Birch, and feels almost like a warm touch. As the evening settles over the capital like a cloak of gold and violet, and the last light of the sun catches on the pale stone, from your balcony, Arya, in your guest chamber, the city looks almost serene. These tiered white walls, rising terraces, and the distant shimmer of the eternal flames brazier. But serenity has never meant safety, at least not in your world. As you stand here, can you describe your character to us, please?
Yeah, Arya is standing out on the balcony, has her hood up, only exposing her gnome side of her face, with a dark gray iris. And she has her arms crossed, and on that side she just looks like a regular old gnome, with her little gnome ear sticking out a little bit, hiding the other half of her face, which is a dark red tiefling.
Love. Inside this chamber, it's warm and immaculate. Too warm. Arya, especially being from the north, and almost too immaculate. Everything is precise. The folded linens, the silver basin, the polished stone floors, nothing is out of place and nothing is wasted. It reminds you a little of home, but not in a comforting sort of way. You stand there looking around you, and you remember. You were sent here to prove a point. To prove that the work that's happening in the North is noble. That sacrifice makes strength, that suffering, your suffering, was necessary. The memory clings like frost, the laboratories, the needles, the cold praise of your superiors when your body didn't break the way that so many others did. They called you fortunate. They called you strong. But here, in the soft glow of the lantern light, the scars beneath your clothes feel heavier. And as you're lost in that thought, you hear a knock on the door. It opens, and one of the Spire's attendants, soft-spoken, nervous, carrying a folded set of burnt orange ceremonial garments in her arms. "Honored representative of the North," she says, lowering her head. "The welcome feast will begin shortly, and the high seat requests your presence and asks that you wear the attire provided." And she holds them out to you. And she hesitates. Arya, just a heartbeat. You watch as her eyes flicker over you, not unkind, but curious, worried, even.
I pull back my cloak to expose both sides of my face, and I walk from the balcony over to her, and on the way I mess up the bed linens because it's just uncomfortable about how neat they are. And I look at her, and I say, "Listen, I know I'm startling and whatever, but you can skip the pleasantries. Like, you don't need to bow to me, you don't need to do all of this, it's okay. It's fine."
No, yes, out of respect. Please do not take offense.
Not offended. Not offended. What's your name?
My name is Penny.
Nice to meet you, Penny. I'm Arya. I'm sorry that for whatever, you're not offending me. Just, you know what, I'll just take the clothes. Thank you so much. Do I, like, tip you or pay you or anything?
No, if, is there anything else that you might require? I know you've traveled far. I can bring you what you might need.
Are you okay?
Yes, no, I'm so sorry. I don't, yes, I'm okay.
Okay. Well, just so you know, I'm not gonna, like, do anything in here. Like, rough exterior, but I'm not gonna, like, kick you or anything. Unless someone told you I was going to.
No, not at all. We just, I know that you're from the North, and I've never been, and I'm sure things are quite different. And she kind of looks at you, and the way that she looks at you, there's a gentleness about her that I think Arya might be unfamiliar with, because normally if somebody is at least soft with you, it was usually followed by the poke of a needle.
Yeah, okay. Please don't take offense to this, right? I just don't know what to do with you. Okay. How about this? I'll take the clothes. And you can go on with your way. I don't need anything else. I'm okay. All good in here. All good. You're doing awesome.
I will wait outside for you to change, and then I will take you down to the dining halls. And she will nod her head, and almost stop herself, and she'll stand and close the door and stand out waiting for you.
I think you don't need to. What is with these people? And I'm gonna take the clothes and kind of shake them out to make them like wrinkled a little bit and change, but is clearly very like confused, waiting for the other shoe to drop kind of moment. Go ahead.
absolutely. Absolutely. And as you change, the great bells begin to toll, slow, resonant, and begin to echo throughout the spire's stone corridors. The interior of the spire is made mostly of marble and that really pale stone. And walking through the halls, Beulah, it's glowing with the warm golds of the evening torchlight as you hear the distant bells finally ringing out across the capital. And there's a sense of anticipation in the air, especially amongst your group. Walking down the hall, there are other servants and attendants walking past you, giving you a nod and a greeting as they run here and there. And Beulah, as you walk down the hallway with your companions, can you please describe yourself for us?
So, yeah, Miss Beulah Fielder stands at about 6'3", covered in patchwork clothing. Her bright sapphire eyes that seem too numerous to count cover her face like freckles would for normal folk. She has sort of this soft lilac skin that sort of, I think, really stands out in this sort of like cool sort of space. Her hands in front of her are sort of calm and sort of composed together, while her other arms are sort of just like kind of moving to a song that no one else has heard, but is just sort of whispering and whistling to her own sort of beat. But has kind of set herself towards the back of the group, which, even though her face is composed, you can tell it's agonizing that she has a very fast pace, and these folks, due to height or whatever, do not. And so she's just kind of sitting back there, trying not to be rude to the people who are very excited to be here. You know, Gabriel hates us and decides they want to have a bunch of tired possible champions around here, so hopefully they're merciful.
I mean, what do you think that prophecy says? I mean, like, we were talking about it, and I mean, 4, but I'm sure the other regions are going to send people too, and I mean, what do you think it is? You think it's something serious?
I mean, I think if anything, it is the best of us will get to represent the best of us. So, whatever these trials show, I think that will determine much. And if nothing else, if it does turn out to be all of us from the south, or just a collective hodgepodge of the different areas, we'll cheer you on, right?
I suppose, as long as we don't have to go to the north. It is cold up there, like, and it's just snowing all the time, and I could not be on a mountain. Could you?
I mean, I've heard the acoustics are great, so you never know. Maybe a mountain will be a great place to tell your great victories one day.
Maybe you're right. And she catches a glimpse of a reflection in a window, and she says, perhaps, maybe they'll put a drawing of me on the walls here somewhere. Lord knows we need it, because what in the world is this? And it's fine. And they go kind of back to talking amongst themselves about absolute nonsense. And you reach the bottom of the stairs, and you see ahead of you the enormous doors to that dining hall they stand open. And you can already hear the sounds of laughter and the clatter of plates. You can smell the freshly baked bread and the roast chicken, peas and carrots coming through. And as you walk in, Beulah, can you give us our first roll of the game, please? Can I get a perception roll, please, my dear?
Yes, sirree. Perception. That is going to be a 19 plus 2 for a total of 21.
Incredible. What a way to start your rolls for this game. It's got to be a good omen, guys. It's got to be a good omen, right, chat? You see, as you enter the hall, at the center of the room is this extraordinary dining table with these polished plates and crystal goblets on top. And you see there's food. This is a welcome feast. But Beulah, you're from the south, where food is everything. and arranged with this beautiful ceremonial care, and they are dressed to perfection. But it's a little less than what you would have expected when somebody used the word feast. The portions seem a little bit smaller, the bread may be sliced a little bit thinner, and you understand that what's going on in the West that has affected all of you, especially in the South, has made you have to tighten rations and really be intentional with portion sizes. And so seeing the table like this makes sense to you, Beulah, that if the South was having to really tighten their hold, then probably the rest of the kingdom as well. And as you're looking at the table and the food, you look up and you see that the other delegates have already entered. And as you quickly scan the table, your eyes find a familiar face. And I'm sure your heart begins to race. Do you do anything, Beulah, when you set eyes on Birch?
So I think it's this moment of kind of herding in the other folks in the South. It's kind of giving instructions of like not to say anything, to just be grateful, and to have clean plates. And kind of in the middle of this, like, and have clean.
What?
Begin, Lass. Begin. Go ahead and begin aiding. I will come and join you momentarily. Right?
Where are you going? What are you doing? Just come on. And Arame kind of scoops your arm and drags you into the hall and takes the last 4 remaining seats on the table. What are you doing? And she waves to everybody there. Birch, do you say or do anything as Beulah is being escorted to the table, which you were already sat at?
I think the second that Beulah started speaking, if anyone was paying attention, one deer ear went up and then tilted, but there was no physical movement, but the ear definitely tracked the whole time until Beulah sat down with Arame. And she's just waving to everybody. So Birch, they're here for business, but there can be pleasure later. So Birch, the only thing she does is just wave back to Arame and just gives a little wink over to Beulah and pays back attention to whatever ceremony's happening.
Love that. Love that. Love that. And as everybody is escorted in and the tension begins to kind of build in the air, there is a side door with a stone archway, and in walks the High Seat and the High Council. And this season, the High Seat is sat by the Western Wilds, a human man named Jeffrey. His long brown hair is curly with these warm brown eyes. And something that you all notice as they're walking in is that the High Seat and the High Council aren't dressed in the robes or wearing any, eternal flame motifs. They are dressed in the fashion of your region. So the High Seat wears leather armor with dark pants, boots, and has a long sword at his side. You also have the representative from the east, Sawin, a fallen Azamar with beautiful long black hair, with eyes that look like they have seen a thing or two, and they glisten over with a silver sheen. You see the representative from the south, Cookie, a high elf with curly blonde hair pinned high and tight, with bright blue eyes, looking around curiously, smiling at everybody. And then finally, the representative from the north, Sujin, a human woman with beautiful amethyst hair, violet eyes, and a calm expression, yet unreadable. And they take their place behind the chairs, but they do not sit. And just for a moment, it is quiet in the dining hall. And suddenly, the atmosphere changes. The fire in the sconces inflame as on the opposite side, entering from a side door, 2 towering orc women in heavy ashen gray vestments stride out, each easily 7 feet tall, bearing the sigil of the eternal flame upon their chest, and behind them glides the high priestess, Gael. An Eladrin noble in her summer season, Gael radiates with heat like a hearthstone. Her hair burns the color of an open flame, and her eyes carry this molten red. Her robes are bright crimson, layered and flowing like living fire. She takes her position at the rightmost seat of the high table. High Seat Jeffrey lifts his hands. Delegates of the East, West, South, and North, you honor the capital with your presence. Please, take your seats. Eat. Strengthen yourselves. The trials will demand much of you. And the High Seat and the High Council all take a seat, but Gael stands for just a moment, looks out at the table, and she says, "May the eternal flame guide you." And she'll sit. And everybody will begin to serve themselves. You see that looking at the meager portions on the table, several of the delegates very quickly fill their plates, taking Jeffrey's words to heart, wanting to ready themselves for the trials. And you were all here now, able to eat and feast with one another. Do you say anything to each other or to your fellow companions?
I was rolling my eyes the entire time that Gael was talking. And I'm picking at my food, and I smell it, drop it back on my plate, and just sort of shove it to the side and put my feet up on the table. And lean back.
Okay. Do any of you, if you guys are all seeing Arya do this, does anybody
How close
say
are
anything?
we? Like, where are we position wise?
Yeah, how close? How close?
Yeah, that's what I need to know.
There are 16 of you, so it's 8 on each side. So you all are right there next to each other.
I would like to slide of hay and food off our plate to put in a little pack for later, because I won't take my mask off in here.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll sleight of hand for me.
I don't believe in delicacies, but I'll take scraps. Sleight of hand is a +4. All right, guys.
Love it, love it.
Hold on.
Did you get a nat 20?
Nat fucking 20.
No!
Yes!
Let's go! Take
Let's
this
go!
goddamn food.
Yeah!
The
You
first nat 20 of the game, baby. Yeah, you can make yourself almost like a little to-go box, and you tuck it away. Nobody is none the wiser. Nobody says anything. Even as the delegate from the north, Sujin, looks at you, Arya. Her eyes narrow. She doesn't say anything, but her face is set. And you could get the sense of, do not embarrass me or the North, as she watches you.
Arya will slowly put one foot on the ground again, each. But not because I'm being told to, but just out of complete whatever. I don't give a shit. Pulls her plate back and starts to eat. One tiny bite at a time, making eye contact with the representative of the North.
She doesn't break as she watches you steadily. You know, the North are strength. And while Sujin might not have gone through what Arya has gone through, she's earned her keep for that seat. And so she doesn't break. But your companion, the tiefling paladin named Ravix next to you, was one of the individuals who kind of like really quickly piled up his plate. He's like, listen, you need to eat, okay? I don't know what they're gonna have us do, but you need to have your strength, so you need to eat.
Yeah, but isn't this so much more fun to do? Come on, is it
This was who? What? Just
people.
look. I don't know what they did to you. All right, when they did all your thing, but just come on.
But you gotta admit, it's
like-
kind of funny. It's a little amusing. Do you see how pissed she is?
She looks like she's gonna rip your face off.
Yeah, but that's kind of
I'd pay to see that.
I know, right? Me too.
I'd pay to see that.
Me too.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
She's kind of hot, but like
Yeah,
don't
she
don't
is a
say
little
anything.
hot, but like I can't. Shush. Okay, we can't be
It's
talking
fine.
about that. Yeah.
Play cool. Play
Okay,
cool.
Okay.
All right.
I'll eat. And Arya will take a giant spoonful of whatever, doesn't even look, and just shoves it down her mouth. Whole.
Love that. As you nat 20 that plate, but Isabel's like, are you not gonna eat?
Now, Isabel, you know I don't remove my mask in public, especially in front of you.
I know, but I just thought that like this is kind of like a special occasion, and maybe I don't know.
Isn't that your friend
it
up
is.
there? Shouldn't you be talking to her or something? Why are we talking? Let's not pretend. We don't like each other.
Oh my god, Selwyn. She is so emo. Listen, if she could just see the light, okay, and accept the gods, maybe they would pull whatever she's got shoved up her rear. It might make it. It's fine. I don't worry about her too much. We need to worry about ourselves. And I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna, I don't know, be the chosen like delegate or representative, whatever the prophecy, people might need to see your face. The gods need to know who they're blessing, right?
I mean, we all died. We saw what awaits us. I mean, they know my face.
I mean, true, but
I still don't know why they sent me Isabella. Well, they should have sent another one of you. I don't know why.
I don't know why they sent you either, if I'm being so honest. And she
I would
is
like to kick the leg.
shoveling. You want to what?
I want to kick her in the leg.
Okay, go ahead and let me see. Roll to hit.
Okay. This is an unarmed strike
Unarmed strike. Mm-hmm.
with a +7 hit, baby. Come on.
Love it, love it.
That is a 13 +7 for a dirty 20 to hit this hoe.
Yeah, I think even in her armor, she would be like, you know, maybe if your legs were a little longer, it might hurt more, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. And she heals herself. But she's like shoveling food in her face as well. And if we look over, I wonder, the way that I see Birch and Beulah kind of set up from each other, I feel like Birch is kind of in the upper right-hand corner, the right-hand side of the table, and Beulah is in the lower left, having come in last. And so there's not a lot of opportunity for unintentional gazes. But do you catch each other's eyes at all?
Birch is kind of keeping an eye out, but is a little bit of an asshole. Waits until Beulah's about to take a sip or a drink of water or wine or what have you, and then we'll just cast message and be like, "You look beautiful in orange."
Beulah, what do? You receive a message in your head.
I think it's while like taking the drink of wine. No one can see, but sort of mumbling into her drink, going, I mean, you come over here and say that's my face.
Just sends another message of, that'd be too distracting for you. I'll stay put.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Sort of leans back to the group and seeing all sort of commotion, because I feel like Arya's stuff going on the front of the table, everyone kind of has noticed that. So kind of leans back to us and goes, well, it seems like the North are charming as ever.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that's like a smart move? Or they like, maybe she's trying to like stand out and like show that she is, I don't know, like aggressive or something. Maybe it's like a tactic. Maybe, do you think they might have we didn't talk about any strategy on the way here.
Well, to me that more reads as starved for attention. So we are given a feast here. It is rude not to partake, especially given how supplies have been as of late.
Yeah, no. You're right. We should eat and be polite, and we should have our strength up. But let's remember that we need to have enough here for everybody. And she kind of like pointedly looks at the two companions with Birch, Azarion and Hedwyn, who also have grabbed very generous portions for themselves, really like shoveling it in and looking around. And Birch, as Aramay is looking at your companions, you also realize that they have taken maybe a little bit more than their fair share.
Birch just looks at them, doesn't do anything immediately, but will lean back and just reach over and does the mom pinch and twist under the table.
Oh, what? We said to eat. Listen, we need to eat. We don't know what trials are gonna do, so stop it. And he's like pointing to Isabel and Ravix, like, they're doing it too, so just, you're not gonna eat that, I will. He's like
gets an immediate message in the head of, I'm going to eat, you're going to eat, but behave yourself or you will find yourself fertilizer for next seasons.
I am, and he answers out loud, I am.
Stop yelling. Don't embarrass me.
I'm not yelling. I don't know how to do that thing.
Because you've never held a thought in your... And she just like starts giggling out loud, turns to Myrrh and just goes, help me before I help them.
They just here. Should we share portion? Make sure everybody gets enough.
I think that would be wise.
Yes. And he takes his plate and kind of like tries to divvy everything up equally and scrapes it onto your plate. And Hedwyn kind of like rolls his eyes like, your loss. And this is kind of how dinner continues for a little bit. You see that also at the high table, that their portions are also very meager, and they are in quiet conversation with one another, everybody except for the high priestess, who has almost touched nothing on her plate except her cup, and she seems to be watching all of you as the dinner progresses. Everything is said and done, and the meal has been taken away. Dessert has been brought out, a very humble bread pudding, a little bit for everybody to have, flavoring of cinnamon on top. Gael stands up, and at 5'2", not very much taller than when she was sitting, and she does one, and you see that the fire in the sconces on the walls seem to jump at her clap. before steadying themselves again. And she says, "The first trial has already begun." And she takes a moment and looks at each of you in your face. And she calls Isabel, Ravix, Hedwin, and Azarion. Please stand. They look at each other, stand slowly. She says, "Your flame burns only for yourself. You are released from the calling. You may return to your rooms and spend your days here at the capital until it is time for you to return. But you have failed this first test, the test of judgment and of charity, as you took more than your fair share when so many in the world, right now, starve." And she sits back down.
I give Isabel a nice little wave.
He said to eat.
Maybe you should be more pious.
Ravix looks at you, Arya. Well, at least ate pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Secret handshake before you leave?
Yeah, I suppose. All right. And then you get to.
Yeah. Hey,
I guess so.
listen, I don't like the sappy stuff. I don't like the, the North and the whole thing. Thanks for being my bro or whatever.
I'm not leaving, dude. I'm gonna hang out here. I want to hear all about all those other trials. I'm probably gonna come watch, and I'm gonna throw popcorn at you from whatever stands.
Please do.
and stuff.
I'm gonna need you.
Yeah.
But in like a totally normal way.
Yeah, no, of course. And he looks over the high table. Sujin was like, what, 2 pods before us?
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Was
Listen,
she?
don't do the weird
Okay.
thing, okay? Be yourself.
One weird thing?
You always overcompensate a little bit when you're trying to hit on people.
I mean, what am I supposed to do? I mean,
Be yourself.
I don't know what that means. I am myself, and it's fine. It's fine.
Just tell her she's pretty or something.
And Azar, I'm not gonna do that. Girls don't like that. You
I
have to
like
like
that.
insult them or beat them, or you have to either insult them or you have to beat them at arm wrestling. Obviously.
I'm a girl. It would be nice if once in a while. Never mind. You know what? Arm wrestling it is. Go arm wrestle her.
He's like looking. He's like, I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess, but like, it's fine. Yeah, whatever. Just knock him dead or don't eat too much. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. Get the fuck out of here.
He like leaves. Azarion and Hedwin look at you, Birch, and Myrrh, and was like, "That's not fair. We did what he told us to eat."
Yeah, and we ate as well. But you have to make sure everyone eats.
He didn't say that. It said that.
They didn't say that because that's what was being tested. Common manners and decency.
Bullshit. And Hedwin like pushes away from the table and like storms out of there. And Azarion's like, he's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And we'll run out after Hedwin. And the rest of you are now left. Arame's like, wow, I guess those lessons aren't taught everywhere else, huh?
Well, we try, but
Oh no, honey, I don't mean nothing bad on you, of course. And like looks at Beulah, like, I don't mean nothing bad on you, of course, but I mean, I don't know.
greed is a dreadful thing that can afflict any of us. And I believe that is a well lesson of generosity that we all should take going forward.
Well said, Beulah. Well said. If y'all had only known, and Aramay has like raised her voice and is talking to the entirety of the table now. I mean, if y'all only knew how hard we were really trying down in the south. I mean, these rationing it's just getting really hard with, the goings on in the west and all, and everybody getting injured and things like that. They just need more sustenance so they can heal up and protect us. It kind of looks at Birch like, how are things over in your neck of the woods, so to speak?
Like anything, people see a beautiful flower and instead of appreciating it, try to pick it before it's time for a temporary bouquet.
So eloquent. So eloquent. That's amazing. But how are y'all dealing with the raids of, those people?
She looks at Mur and then looks back and goes, as best as we can.
I heard it's getting real bad. I heard the North keeps sending soldiers after soldiers, and it's just not enough. And looks over at Arya.
She waves at you and you look at her.
I mean, I can't imagine y'all have that many more people left up there, right? Y'all just don't have like an infinite supply of people to just be sending out to the west.
I don't understand how that's any of your business.
Oh, well, I mean, it's all of our business, right? Because what's happening in the west is affecting, food supply and
I think
soldiers.
you see Gilda very much tap her on the back of her dress, put it down. It's like, I think what my friend is trying to say is a toast to all of our great warriors and protectors of all the land. May this cohort of the regions be enlightening for all of us.
Good distraction, I'll allow it.
Your hair. Well, that's fun. What about out east? Y'all live on an island. I heard it's real beautiful out there.
It's really nice. We don't get that many. I mean, we get a lot of people because you guys keep killing your people. It's nice.
Yeah. Have you ever been over here to the mainland before?
No, I don't leave the Isle. I'm the one who does the killing, so they kind of get me over there.
Oh, what's that? Which house is that?
The House of Rest.
The House of, I mean, that sounds real nice. That sounds real subtle and peaceful out there. And I can't imagine a poor soul getting to a point in life where death seems like a better option, but I don't know. What's the most interesting thing you've seen, Sister Mina, out there? You have to see. I mean, death comes for us all, so, I mean, what's the most interesting thing you've seen?
I'll be honest, I really don't pay attention, because if I pay attention, then I get attached, and if I get attached, then I'll have feelings, and if I have feelings, then I won't be good at my job, so.
Oh. Dear, that sounds awful lonely.
It's fine.
Right. And she will hold her cup and just take a little sip. And as dinner concludes, are there any final words at the table from our beautiful characters here?
Are we all sitting around with each other right now?
Yeah, you're all sitting around. The 4 have been dismissed. The 4 that have failed the trial have been dismissed. The tables are being cleared off by the staff, and the High Seat and the High Council and Gael are still up top. But it's just you 12. Math? 12 now.
So maybe we should start with some pleasantries. My name's Arya from the north. How about you guys?
We know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How about you guys?
I am Birch, and this is my friend Mer. We hail from the west.
Where?
Nice to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you.
You seem weirdly pleasant. I don't know if you can do that. Okay. What about you? Bree, Bree's looking at Hades.
You're the fielder, guide of the south. This is my friend Arya May. Very
Arya
chatty.
May.
Hi.
Hi. You and I share the same name. Weird.
Arrow.
Oh.
It's a little
Yeah.
it's a little bit different from no, we are not the same. And that's okay. That's okay.
Is this how girls? Okay. What about you, plague doctor person?
Dr. Person. Well, my name is Sister Mina, although I don't know how Aramay knew that. Do I know you? Did I treat someone of yours?
No, I heard somebody say it. It's fine.
Oh.
Didn't that the other one, the really pretty blonde one, the one that had to go?
Oh.
I think she had said
She's
it.
a terrible person.
She seemed quite nice, I thought. No?
I mean, if anything, she'll be around if you want to get to know her more.
Please do. I think you would have the best time talking with her.
I mean, I'm a social butterfly. I can talk with anybody, darling.
Have you read your prayer books lately? Because she will quiz you.
Oh, I don't think her and I probably follow the same gods, but that's all right. There's plenty of them out there for all of us.
Beulah?
Yeah.
I mean this so lovingly. Are you okay? If you need help.
Are you okay?
Like, if you need help.
Am I okay?
Yeah, if you need help.
Help with what?
And Arya's glancing at
Listen. Arme is, as she said, a social butterfly. I've seen her keep conversations with brick walls, given the time of day.
It probably popped back
So-
too. Makes sense.
It's been a while since I've been in such a closed off sort of space. So it's a bit different, but I'm not blinking for help or held against my will, if that is your
you two are
concern.
together. I am so sorry. Did not mean to,
No, absolutely not. Now, Beulah
Absolutely
is
not.
wonderful and great, but no. Just acquaintances. And then she, Aramay, looks at Birch.
Birch is taking a sip of her wine, pretending her heart is that she is not affected.
Eula sends a message to Arya, going, if I were ever in a relationship with her, I'd find the nearest cliff and do a nice grand flip.
Can I respond to that, or is it one way?
You can respond.
Message should be both way, yeah.
I respond back. Listen, I don't like people, ever, but I kind of like you too. I would probably jump off that cliff with you. Good head on your shoulders. Keep it that way.
Gives a wink.
And after a few minutes, the high seat stands and Jeffrey says, "Well, first trial has been concluded. Congratulations, the rest of you. Please, let's turn in for the evening and we will begin our next trial tomorrow." And the high seat and the high council stand and they walk out in hushed conversations. Gael remains seated, watching all of you. Her two handmaidens standing there by her side stoically. And after a moment, she also stands. And again, the fire around the room seems to respond to her movement. And as she walks out, almost kind of gravitate towards her, a lingering hand reaching out for something they cannot touch. And she exits through the side door. And you are all escorted back up to your guest chambers for the evening. And you have all the amenities that you might need, change of clothes, snacks, anything that you might need. Nobody said that you had to stay in your rooms. So if there's any late night wanderings that are to be happening, please wander.
Is there gardens here?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The high seat spire would probably be the most luxurious thing here in the capital. And so they do have a very beautiful garden outside.
Then Sister Mina will take her food that she had taken from Arya's plate and go into the garden and find the most secluded spot possible to eat.
Yeah, you walk out and there is the stone path leading into a circular garden that has a brazier burning right there in the center, and it's casting shadows all around. And I think Sister Mina is small enough she can find a little corner where the flames don't quite reach, tucked under a tree, hidden behind some shrubberies where she could enjoy her late night snack. Does anybody else kind of wander out?
Birch would also go to the gardens because Birch, not intentionally, but Birch wants to touch grass. So yeah,
Absolutely makes sense.
Absolutely. Just sitting on the grass, feeling nature around her, and just trying to relax.
Okay, so let's do our first contested roll. Sister Mina, can you roll me stealth? And Birch, can you roll me perception to see if you can see?
I have a +7 to my stealth, baby. Come on.
Get it?
17 + 7.
18 + 4. I think you win.
4. I have 24.
18 plus 4.
2? Yeah, I have
19,
22.
22. You don't see Sister Mina, but Sister Mina, I think you can see Birch.
I'll quickly shove the rest of my food, pull down my mask, and I will do a little cough to alert Birch that I'm there. As I step from the shadows.
Aren't you stealthy? Not much gets past these ears, but Sister Mina, was it?
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, Birch.
It's nice to meet you, Mina. Do you prefer Sister Mina or just Mina?
I don't know. I don't have friends that call me either, so whatever you want to call me.
Well, I'm not currently dying, so I don't think that we should be afraid of intimacy. How about just Mina, then?
Okay. That works. Is it true what they say about the West?
What do they say about the West?
And she kind of like looks around. I've heard from people who aren't knowledgeable. Squints. I've heard that you guys are kind of letting yourselves get beaten.
There are some from the West who believe that our ways are to be in tune with nature, and others of us who know that nature is not always as peaceful as the flowers that grow in a garden. The most beautiful nature is that's untamed, wild. But yes, some of us prefer to look the other way and turn the cheek when a hand is raised.
Are you that kind of person?
Off of first impressions, what do you think I am?
And she kind of crosses her arms, and you can't see her eyes, but she kind of leans in a little bit with her beak. I don't think you're what you say you are. You seem very peaceful and calm, but I don't know. You got that look in your eye.
Oh, I'm peaceful right now because you've not given me a reason to not to be. Were you just coming out here to enjoy the air, or?
I came out
with nature.
I came out to eat. I don't take this off in there, so. I saw you come out, and I thought it'd be rude for me to just sit in the corner and watch you touch grass, so.
Well, I enjoy your company, so thank you for coming out to say hello and not leaving me alone to touch grass by myself.
By yourself. The innuendos are crazy in here.
They're innuendoing. It's spicy. What is happening?
She's not trying to. It's the voice.
I think it's a thing. Does anybody else find their way to the garden? You don't have to, but does anybody else?
No, but there is something I would like to do.
Got you. Beulah, are you Wanderlust taking over at all?
I think so. I think she might be wandering through the gardens with her familiar, which is a jewel-encrusted arachnid named Angelina. So kind of just like petting her, playing with her, wrapped around like her hand, sort of wandering aimlessly through the capital, the gardens, wherever really the winds take her. Just kind of wandering, not really paying much attention to where she's going.
I think if Beulah finds herself in the garden, I think she would have probably stumbled across this interaction at the most inopportune time, taking what was said completely out of context. Thank you for not leaving me to touch grass alone.
I think you see this pause, like, does she see who is saying this, or just kind of hears that before?
I definitely think Beulah picks up on the sound of voices and then kind of like follows it around, and as she turns the corner, she sees the two of them standing there, and Sister Mina having like leaned in really to look at Birch's face closely, and then to hear these words being exchanged in the sultry tones in which they were, and the proximity in which these two find themselves alone in the garden, I think is the scene Beulah comes upon.
Okay. I think she takes a moment, kind of tilts her head, watches, before she like looks down at Angelina on her hand and just kind of telepathically go, you want to keep an eye on this before they notice I'm here? So sends the spider off to kind of go crawl and keep an eye on this as she like hides behind whatever hedgery or anything, just to see what's going on, not to interrupt.
Not to interrupt, just to watch. I think you watch the rest of that conversation kind of play out, and the conversation turn to, are you one of the peaceful ones, or, well, you've not given me a reason to. So there's a lot of, depending on how Beulah was choosing to view this situation, you're hearing all of this.
Yeah, just keeping her ear on this. Is looking through Angelina's eyes, just kind of being like, just curious. Gives the command of if it gets too far to kind of jump into the fray.
Love it. Where does the conversation take the two of you?
I don't know. I already asked. I don't know.
Do you, after the conversation is kind of ended or dwindled, and you're in that kind of awkward silence, do you just stay in each other's company, watching nature just being, or do one of you excuse yourself? Like how? Like you're just like, okay.
I don't think Mina knows awkwardness. I think Mina just sits down. I don't.
Stone bench, beautiful stone bench.
Climbs up, sits down.
Climbs up. She's so tiny.
So fucking tiny.
She's so tiny. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. If that's it, then Birch actually will cast Find Familiar and summon her own little familiar.
Tell us who appears, please.
It is a Fey version of the familiar. From its back grows a beautiful rose, and it is also an arachnid. And she holds the arachnid out to Sister Mina and just goes, I hope you're not afraid of spiders, but introductions, I believe, are necessary, Mina. This is Unity.
And Mina goes to touch the spider's head and pet it. It's nice to meet you, Unity. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but still. Thought that counts.
I think Unity's two little legs go up in hellos. They're mismatched hellos.
Wait, does this count as I think I can actually.
It's not a rat.
No, I can speak to more animals than rats. Rats are just my favorite. Hold on.
As you're looking at that, has Beulah ever seen Birch's familiar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the moment that familiar comes out, before Beulah can do anything, Angelina leaps from her position to greet an old friend, because it's been a while since the familiars would have seen each other.
Well.
Is your little back leg wave?
Hello there. Beulah, do you want to come out and introduce your friend?
From behind this hedge, pulls out the fiddle, and it's just lightly playing almost like a love ballad on the violin. It comes to a corner and goes, "Oh, evening, everyone. How are we doing this fine moonlit evening? This is Angelina, my familiar."
Pets that spider too. I can talk with rats, pigeons, insects. If we count spiders as insects.
Are arachnids insects by definition?
In D&D.
Chat, let us know. Let us know. Are arachnids insects? We'll go from there. And he's like,
Beulah, was it? Was that your name?
Yes, and apologies. Remind me what your name was again.
It's Sister Mina, but Birch says that it's just Mina.
Okay, Mimi. So lovely to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. How's the South?
Great travels, great place to wander. They've been lack of our normal supply, as we've been supplying to, Good Fight, as Eve May was so kind enough to share with everyone. So, but I've just found myself on the road collecting stories. How goes the Isles?
We're pretty good. There's lots of healing that goes on. There's lots of dying. Same as it always been.
Pretty unaffected. Probably other than volume.
Yeah, we could be running out of space here soon, I'm assuming. I don't know how that works.
Well, hopefully this whole nasty affair ends quickly so you don't run out of space.
She kind of shrugs.
And, Butch, how are you?
I'm well, thank you, Beulah. And yourself?
Bored to be cooped up in one spot, but, besides that, I can't complain too thoroughly. They don't pay me here to complain.
Wanderlust already? It's barely been a day.
Well, when you don't have a place you necessarily call home, it's hard to feel planted.
I suppose that's true.
As this beautiful and awkward reunion happens, the two familiars now spinning a beautiful, intricate web together as the three of you, Beulah, playing on her fiddle a little bit. Sister Mina not realizing she is in the middle of a very unusual reunion. And we're gonna cut away back to inside the spire. Arya, what are you doing?
Is the cute little NPC that I first met around?
Penny?
Yes, Penny.
Penny escorted you back to your room. Yes, she is, for lack of a better word, your attendant.
Penny, hey, don't bow. Just say hello. Okay. I need help. I think I have to do the people thing, or like the person thing, in order to succeed in the trials. Where do people? You know what? No. Where can I get a really strong drink, like the strongest drink in the capital?
Oh, I can bring you one if you would like.
That would be awesome. Get one for yourself, and could you do me one of the biggest favors I think I'll ever ask?
Anything, yes.
You know the person that I was with that came here, Ravage? Tiefling?
Yeah, yes.
Could you just maybe hit on him a little bit?
Would like me to strike him, miss?
No, not strike. Wow, I thought I was bad at peopling. No, not hit him. Flirt. Just flirt with him. Boost his ego. And then run away real fast.
Why?
Because it's... You know what? Never mind. I'll take a nice whiskey or something.
Yes, right away. I'll bring it back.
Actually, can I come with you?
To the kitchen, miss. If that is your desire, yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. I feel like you're probably just as awkward as that doctor person, so this will be good practice for me to chat.
Doctor. We do not have doctors on staff here,
No,
miss. We have a healer.
It's Sister Mina. Do you know who Sister Mina is?
No, I'm attending to the northerners, miss.
Okay. Okay, cool. Do you like working here?
Yes, miss. I do not have a home.
What?
This is my home
Why don't
now.
you?
Yes.
What happened?
Let's roll the dice and see what happened. I'm originally from the Eastern Isles, and when it came time for our coming of age ceremony, I could not take a life, miss. It is one of the requirements to attend each house, and I could not take a life, miss, even though he wanted me to, and he required rest. I could have stayed. I could have stayed, but I didn't feel right. So I decided to come to the capital and be of service here.
Right. You don't have to call me miss. That's all I took from that conversation. Okay, so I'm
Yes.
sorry. I think that's I'm sorry.
I'm not. I'm quite happy here. It's not where I'm from, and that's okay, but I'm still in service to our kingdom in my own way.
Is there like a scenic place that we can that I can walk or something?
Yes. Yes. We can, if you would like, I could bring your whiskey out to the garden. Perhaps it is quite beautiful and
Yeah. Do you want to
lush.
join me? Let's. Yeah. How about this? I need you as
Yes.
the attending. You have to join me because I. That sounds really
Yes.
weird, and Arya's like turning bright red. No, I'm just trying to give you an excuse to take a break. Anyways, would you like to have a drink with me in the garden?
Is the other side? Are you? I don't know the exact extent of your situation, but it seems as though the other side is now matching the other.
Yeah, it does that. My face doesn't know how to blush anymore. I don't want you to think I'm like proposing anything. I just want you to take a break because you seem very stressed.
I'm only stressed because of you, miss. But I will, please, the garden. I'm gonna go get the drink. And she runs away.
What? I'm just standing there like, what the fuck?
She points you to the.
I just wanted a friend.
You were walking. She was kind of walking you guys down, and then the scenic route. She had detoured you guys, and she had taken you to the door that led out into the garden. She's like, there, and then she ran back to the kitchen to go get some whiskey, and you were standing there alone, Arya, at the door that leads outside to the garden.
I guess I'm going out to the garden. I'm just standing there.
And you see Beulah playing on her fiddle, and Birch and Sister Mina, I'm guessing, I don't know, watching the spiders kind of do their little dance and weave their beautiful web as you enter the garden, and the three of you see Arya. Is Arya covered at all in this moment, Bree?
She would right as she's about to walk out. And she's gonna let her gnomish side be out.
Okay, you guys see Arya half covered.
Hi. Please don't run away from me.
Does that happen?
Apparently.
Are we
Why
supposed
would
to?
we?
Oh.
Oh,
It's like a new thing, I guess. I'm bringing some drinks
Is it something you
out.
want?
I guess you guys can have them instead of... You know what? Never mind. It's fine.
I just knock on my beak.
Oh, hey, Doc.
I want you to know I am not a licensed physician.
What's my intelligence? I don't know what that
I'm
means, so
surprised.
you're now Doc. Okay.
I'm surprised there's not like a way to like open up just the beak so you can have drinks.
I really should do something like that. That'd be smart. And she like starts to feel it out. Like, can I put a long, crazy straw through here?
So what are you guys doing? Weirdly pleasant one. Birch, or Beulah, and Doc. Oh, you have spiders. I haven't seen those in I don't know how long. It's too cold in the north for those.
Yeah, how do you survive up there? That's awful.
With warmth.
But if it's cold, how is there warmth?
Fire and blankets. And
Oh.
stew. And we fight a lot.
Why?
What do you mean why? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to fight. Get more powerful, get stronger.
I
be
don't fight.
best. Then what do you do?
I mean, there's a lot
Kill
of ways
people?
to be the best. Not necessarily having to be through death or violence. Plenty of opportunities.
I don't think that exists, my dudes.
It does in the south, at least. I mean,
Right, the
I
south and the
practice my
right.
craft, and
My bad, I'm surrounded by.
there's other places. I know a
Yeah, I
crazy
forgot.
idea that there's more than just your little in the north.
Yeah. Listen, I don't mean to be all about myself. It's just, you know, where they are the most powerful. You know that, right? Like compared to all
You
you
possess the most physical prowess. That is true, but without the south's nourishment and farms, you would be starving.
and have a very fat belly if it wasn't for
And
the
without
north and for working out all the time.
As for the north, you wouldn't be able to have your weapons without the iron that you need from the west.
Okay, listen, I know. I'm trying to
I'm just
sound
trying to hear.
I know, Doc. It's okay. I just
You're doing great, Mina.
Thank you.
Amy, you're doing fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm a little nervous around people, so sometimes I can be a little obstinate, okay? I don't understand the niceties.
Why are you nervous?
What do you mean, why am I nervous? We're here on trial trying to be these champions for a wonderful system like this, the capital.
Just be yourself.
I am being myself.
Praise be to it.
Then why would you be nervous?
I don't know. People have been asking me a lot of questions all at once lately. I think is it my face?
Oh,
Like this happened with
I'm
me
sorry.
too. No, it's okay.
Who's Penny?
Oh,
I'm sorry. That was a question.
And she's like standing there holding a bottle of
Penny.
whiskey and 2 glasses. Miss, I only brought 2 glasses.
Penny, you
should
don't
I?
have to call me miss. Go get more glasses and bring an extra for yourself.
And a crazy
okay?
straw?
And a crazy straw.
She like
I'll take
Like,
the
it's
trace.
thinking
I'll
about,
take
like,
the
trying
trace. It's okay. It's okay, you sweet
Then
little thing.
okay. She runs away and goes to get more glass, like sprints to go get more glasses.
She is terrified of me, and I don't
Do
know
you
what I
often
Did
do you often call people sweet little thing?
did. I don't know.
But-
I'm
okay.
trying out this new personality thing, and it's not working too well. She's scared of me. I don't know what to do. I'm not used to being like I'm not that scary. I know I look weird, and I know I'm from the north, but she's terrified of me. What am I
You
supposed to
don't
do?
look
Yell
weird.
at her?
You look weird.
You're also not scary.
Not at all.
I narrow one eye at you.
I have a little bit.
I
But-
narrow one
I-
gnomish eye at you.
Are you trying to wink? I mean, if you just close a little bit more, you can just get a wink in there. Stop.
I don't know if you can tell,
Are
but
you
I'm kind of an
disfigured?
abomination.
I mean,
Now we're going to see.
you're kind of covering half of yourself.
Yeah,
You are covering half of yourself.
that would be like us trying to figure out what Mimi is. Mimi has a full covered mask.
You mean Doc? Who's Mimi?
It's Mina.
Mina.
Beulah. It rhymes with your name,
Oh.
Beulah. Mina.
Yeah.
That
Sorry
was
for
Penny
trying a
from the
nickname
east.
as friends do.
Oh.
Penny
never
from the
knew.
east.
Okay.
Why is she here?
She failed miserably.
Oh. Disguised. Got it.
That's why I feel so bad. She lost her home.
I mean,
How
she
do you
didn't lose
fail
it. She
out of
chose
your-
not to have
wait.
it.
How do you fail out of your own land? I need to understand this. I'm confused.
I don't know, something about
Um,
killing someone or not killing someone, and she refused to do something. I don't know. I wasn't really listening. She kept calling me miss every other word, and it was making me uncomfortable.
What, did you tell her not to?
Yeah, and she won't stop, and she bows. She does this weird bow thingy, and I don't...
Maybe you should be nicer to her.
I'm... And Arya takes a deep breath.
It
I am
can't be
incredibly
easy failing
kind.
your
Thank you.
homeland's test and then leaving.
Wait, what?
Okay.
What? Doc.
I just said that it could be very hard to fail your homeland's easy test and then
She
have to
doesn't
come
s-
here.
Yeah, that's true. She doesn't
And
seem that
work.
upset, though. She seems a little, like... But I want to get to know her. I want her to be my first friend. Well, that's not true. I have many friends. People love me.
Oh.
Yes, because
Mean
someone
best friend in the
No.
capital?
I'm not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. Nope, I'm not gonna do that.
No, I would.
People love me.
Birch hands Beulah over a water skin.
Sometimes my mouth just says things. It's fine.
Were you friends with the people that you traveled with?
One of them. I tried setting him up with Penny, but Penny didn't understand. You know.
Well, it might be because that's a little imbalance of power, so Penny might not feel comfortable.
Balance of power. Everyone is powerful.
Their own ways, but some people don't want to date people they're technically supposed to be serving.
Oh yeah, that's right. She is serving him, isn't she? That's why she acted so weird
Yeah.
about me asking her for a drink in the garden and hanging out. I thought I was just giving her some time off. I don't want to sleep with her. I don't even know if she's into me like that. Anyways, not
What?
the point.
She probably thinks that you're trying to hit on her alibi ineffectively, but she might think that that's what you're trying to do.
Do you want to do the talking from now on?
Oh, you do not want me to do the talking.
I guess I
But
do.
Beulah here is very good at chatting, if that's what you want.
Let's
I
say.
don't know what that means, but and
It means that Beulah is very good at chatting and very charismatic.
okay.
Buell is more of one, or Birch is more of one of action rather than chatting.
At this point, Arya just pulls back her entire cloak, exposing both sides of her face. Yeah, see, this is why I don't pull back my cloak. Those faces that you just
No,
gave me.
I'm. Not that you're. I think it's surprising. It's a marvel, truly.
Sister Mina gets up really close to you, like uncomfortably close, like examining the half. It's like she's like on her tippy toes, like starting to like touch your face.
Okay, that's a sin. Okay, you're just touching my face. You're just getting in there.
How intriguing!
Yes.
I
I'm
don't
half
see very
gnome.
many things like this.
That's the yeah. Okay. I'm half gnome, half tiefling.
How did that happen? Were you born like that?
No, I wasn't. And I like my eyes kind of gloss over, and I dissociate a little bit, and then shake it off. No, I was not. I was not born of this nature. I was born in hell.
If you were born like this, you'd be in books for sure. And she kind of like walks to the backside of you, like kind of like
I'm wearing like a crop top, and I move my cape out of the way a little bit just so you can see, and I'm split perfectly down the middle with color.
Do you have a tail?
I do not.
Oh, how intriguing.
I have one horn.
Oh. You guys see when Sister Mina walks back around, she now has a notebook out and has like written down several things about this. Fascinating.
I think Beulah sends a message to Birch going, I'd make quite the interesting pair, don't you think?
Interesting how you're thinking of pairs right now.
Should I be thinking in quads? Trios?
I think quad is what they want from us.
I think we could work with
We did
quads.
get called here for 4 people that they're looking for, so.
I just am thinking that way. But
And Penny's just been standing there this whole time, like
Oh, Penny! Penny!
extra glasses.
Oh, thank you.
love her.
Do you want to hang
Yeah.
out? Please.
Birch will put her out of her misery.
I need you to hang
Flex
out
the glass.
as my
Thank you so much, Penny.
hang out with us, please.
Thank you so much, Penny. Have a
Thank-
wonderful
Thank you.
rest of your day. Thank you.
Is there a straw?
And she, yeah, there's a straw. She brought like a wooden straw here, and she kind of like looks at Arya like,
You can hang out.
and then runs away.
What am I doing wrong, guys?
Well,
I think
some
it's the
people
power
like
balance.
working. It's the power balance, and some people like keeping work as work.
Well, of course there's a power imbalance. I'm from the north, but she has her own power. Being and attending.
But
We're not saying that she does not have a power. We're saying that she, right now, is in the position where her job is to serve and cater to your whims. And it seems that right now your whims seem a little more familiar than she is willing to be.
quite intimate.
Oh, yeah, I don't want that. I feel bad now.
You
I
we
just feel bad that she keeps running away and like
shouldn't feel
shaking.
bad.
I do, because she shakes whenever she comes into my room, and then she runs away like that every time. I just wanted her to be comfortable.
I
Well,
mean, being in quarters and having a private drink, and
Well, no, that's why I
you can
chose
see
the
the
scenic
line
route.
where
I took the scenic route. That's why I said outside in the open. You know. I thought
yeah,
that,
but
you know.
starting in private and then you having drinks publicly and then you have to return privately and
Well, we
She
didn't
could be
start.
fired.
I followed her to to the kitchens originally, but then she ran away.
you followed her
But-
to the kitchens.
I didn't get that far. You know what? I'm gonna stop
The
talking.
place
Tell me
where-
about you. Tell me about you guys. Tell me, what's it like in the really like weird, submissive? I mean, wonderful South.
Whoa.
that is
now just because that's something you are endeared to and wanting to have for yourself doesn't make it true. I understand manifesting as a choice, but not one you can get easily. The North is... The South is fine as it is. Many a tale, many a journey to go upon and make sure that stories are captured and maintained and that the memory of our people is well intact. Not carelessly thrown out on a battlefield or buried under mountains of snow.
I like you. Nice dig. So why do you want to be a champion?
Oh, I was pulled in last minute. I'm just here for whatever happens. Honestly, I'm trying to put my support behind the very chatty one. I think is a better champion of sorts than myself.
The one that we want to throw ourselves off a cliff every time they open their mouths, or like if they were dating.
That's she
Doc.
is endearing enough for represent the South, but
Are you still looking at me right now?
Oh yeah, I'm going to town on my.
I was
nose.
just doing like a temperature check of what you were doing.
Yeah, like I continue to circle you. At one point I have climbed your arm, and I am looking at your horn.
It's a horn.
interesting. It shouldn't be there. Not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying that that's not how you were born. And it's
No, it's not supposed to be there. It's fine. You can say that.
okay.
Birch.
Do I have your permission to
Go ahead.
write this down?
No.
Slowly closes book. Shoves
Okay,
it in the shirt.
listen. You can write. You can. Maybe once we get to know each other more.
I don't have friends if that's what you're worried about. I won't tell anyone.
No, I'm not worried about that. Like, it's.
Is this so?
Go ahead.
I was just wondering if this is a northern and eastern thing. You both keep saying you don't have friends.
I do have friends. I have lots of
kill
friends.
people for a living. I don't.
Penny's my best
That's
friend.
Moss breaks down dead bodies, and it's still necessary to nature. You probably should not want to be saying that as she is still running away, shaking.
Anyways, Doc, you can explore me more once we get to know each other more, okay? Like, just not, and write it down. Just not, like, right now.
Are you trying to do you have a thing for Easterners? I'm scared.
What do you mean?
And I jump
You want...
onto the bench again
What
and
do you
kind
mean?
of move closer to Birch.
Oh, wait, what do you mean? You wanted to look at my body and make documentation about it. I'm giving you permission once we get to know each other more.
Aria, you're making it sound like you want Mina and you to lock horns, so to speak.
She doesn't have horns.
I don't.
It's an innuendo. You're making it sound like you want to have relationships other than platonic with Sister Mina.
Yeah, true.
This is the second Easterner that you've done that to.
Damn.
I'm not mad at it.
Well, it'd be.
This has been. Yes, Beulah.
Oh, I was just gonna say we've had these fine drinks supplied to us. It'd be a shame to let a fine bottle of whiskey go to waste.
Two new friends.
New friends.
I grab
New
my
friends.
coffee straw, put it in, slightly move up my mask, shove it in.
And you all toast to new, awkward, unique friendships. And as the night progresses, each of you in turn will retire to your rooms, preparing for the trial to begin the next day. And this is where we're going to take our break a little bit later than expected, but the roleplay was too good, I couldn't stop it. So let's go ahead and take a 10. Please, chat, go get snacks, go potty, go get your tea. We can't be thirsty. I don't know what's happening here, but please.
I don't know. Send us out, Bree.
Okay.
We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Welcome back, nerds. I hope you guys had a great break. We were just chit-chatting behind the scenes here about the shenanigans of this isn't even the campaign. chat, we need you guys to know this is the prelude. And so if this is what my players are doing, can you imagine what's to come? I can't wait. But everybody eventually returns to their room. The whiskey that Penny brings out is quite strong, as requested by Arya. Arya is probably something that you're used to in the north, something that like warms you from the inside out. And you all head up to your rooms and lay down for the night. And I want to know, just briefly, what is going through each of your minds as you are reaching for that sleep. Birch, what's going through your mind? You've seen Beulah here after how long? What's going through her mind?
What's going through Beulah's mind, through Birch's mind is Beulah. There we go. What's going through Birch's mind is just kind of the change of seasons, how something can die but then just come back again. And she's wondering if this is a sign to maybe let the trees flower again, or if she should just let the what fell and having enjoyed the tree for what it was, for a sense.
Love that. And speaking of Beulah, you lay your head down, having just seen Birch. What's going through her mind?
I think what is going through Beulah's mind is a mix of things. Like, of course, it is the thoughts of what had been left behind on the road long ago, but also kind of looking over her quarterstaff that has a bunch of drawings and etches in it of all the stories that she's collected on her time, and it's just kind of realizing how big the world can be and how little of stories she's collected. It's sort of the weight of, if she is the one to sort of keep the world alive through memory, how much that could be, and if that is maybe what she's supposed to do. Maybe that's why she was brought here, since she kind of knows very little of the grand purpose of everything. So just kind of left in those thoughts as she drifts off to sleep.
Incredible. Sister Mina, what day? How many new experiences? All of these interesting people. What's going through her mind?
I think Sister Mina cracks out her stolen bottle that she does every night, weighing on her soul. And I think she kind of just lays down and stares at the ceiling and starts to think about Birch and having new friends, and her name is now just Mina. It's not Sister Mina anymore. And then she's thinking frantically about Arya and whatever happened to this amalgamation of not rightness.
Love. And then speaking of Arya, what a day. What's going through her head right now?
She is laying on top of the sheets in her bed, and she closes her eyes, and the first things that she sees are the looks on everyone's faces to her. Beulah, Birch, and Doc, and how they looked when they saw her. And their eyes were wide, and they were a little bit startled, and this little Doc of a person was examining her. And I think from there it triggers this deep worry and misunderstanding of the people around her as she goes through each conversation in her head, peeling it apart piece by piece, wondering if she said the wrong thing, if she said the right thing, if she is truly an abomination, and if she is, maybe she should wreck the relationships around her, because that's easier than being disappointed in the long run, because they'll see her for who she is. Not tiefling, not gnome, just an abomination. And she'll close her eyes slowly and try her best to drift off to a sleep.
And each of you, whether you sleep soundly or not, or toss and turn. Regardless, the dawn comes whether you want it to or not, and you are all greeted by a simultaneous knock on your door. A head peeks in, each of your attendants. Good morning. Please, when you have awoke, come downstairs for breakfast, and the next trial will be announced. And before you say anything, all of them, cut screens, close the door, and leave you to waking up. Each of you has a fresh set of the burnt orange robes laid out for you to get dressed in. And as you make your way down the hall, down the stairs, I think Beulah, you are flocked with Casey, Arame, and Lilac, your companions. All of you making it through the first trial, which I feel like rightfully so. Sharing is something that the South knows too well. And there's a certain amount of excitement, all of you having made it through, especially Arame and Lilac chattering back and forth. Casey walks with you all, and he says, well, I suppose the first one was easy enough, but surely they're not going to be that easy.
I think as long as we have good heads on our shoulders and an eye on the prize, we shouldn't have any problems. I mean, we're all here.
I suppose. Well, I guess there's no use in trying to anticipate and guess. That only means that we worry ourselves twice. So let's see what we've got here for breakfast. And you make your way down. Arya, you are greeted. Ravnik, of course, doesn't have to get up as part of these trials, so he'll probably make his way out a little bit later after he's had a bit of a lie-in. But Sonia and Ruby Rose walk with you down the stairs. Ruby Rose is an extremely tall warforged, but she is the epitome of a gentle giant, almost childlike in your mind, Arya. Almost that Ruby Rose wouldn't have made it through the tempering, your trial in the north, your coming of age that each pod must succeed in, if she wasn't a warforged and built as she was, because she's just she's a pacifist if there ever was one. Sonia, on the other hand, Air Genasi barbarian, no problem hitting things. And Ruby comes out and says, Arya, how did you sleep last night?
Like normal, I guess, I suppose. How'd you sleep?
I don't sleep, I just powered down for the evening, but thank you for asking.
I forgot that you powered down. I'm sorry, Ruby. I'm a little distracted this morning is all.
That's okay. We're in very strange surroundings, and I'm sure it might be quite warm for you down here.
It's so warm, Ruby. I slept on top of the sheets.
I started to condensate, so I understand.
Okay. Not condensate.
Yeah. A little bit. I don't want to rust. I'll have to. I don't know. I'll have to figure something.
Maybe hold some ice cubes.
Yes. I shall ask that very kind girl Penny to bring me some. She is a very nice person. She calls me Miss, and it makes me feel nice when she does that.
Oh, that's good. That's nice. I hate it, Ruby. I hate it. I hate it. I hate the bowing. I hate all of it. I don't know.
It seems quite polite. Don't you think?
And maybe it's just because I'm not used to it. You know, the North is all like fruit. Hurrah! You know?
Yeah. Especially the way that they treated you in the north and how people just stare every time you walk past them and they point and sometimes whisper after you've walked past. And I know
Okay,
maybe you
Ruby,
can't hear, but I can.
Okay, that's so nice, Ruby.
Yeah.
We don't. Shh, it's okay. We don't.
Okay.
I don't need to know that. You know.
Dunk, dunk, dunk. Okay.
Okay.
Come. Let's have you fed.
Is Sonia okay? Sonia, you okay?
Sonia has an air genasi, just kind of like, yeah, let's just go.
Okay, let's go.
And you walk down the hall. Sister Mina, you meet up with Isabel. Still is a morning person and has joined the group with Serena and Calic. As you walk, she's like, well, I think that was a dirty, rotten trick that they pulled, and shame on them. And nothing good is going to come of this now, because it's what happens when you rely on trickery and not the light. So,
Is it the light to take more than you've earned?
I took what was there. If we didn't eat it, it would have just been thrown away. What do you know? You didn't even eat.
I did. I took my share and I ate it later. Respectfully. I didn't shove it all in my mouth like a pig.
I was not a pig. I was doing... I don't even know why I talked to you. Can you... with the whole thing, I don't even know if you're looking at me or not. Anywho. Whatever.
I'm not.
Serena's like, all right, y'all, calm down now. There's no use of fighting between the two. We're all here, and Isabel, I'm so sorry, but, you just didn't make the trial, but you still get to enjoy the capital, and so just, there's no use of bickering, okay?
I'm gonna go find my friends. Good luck.
That's
And
not
I
it.
run off. I scurry away, trying to find Birch and Beulah and Arya.
I hate when she does that. It's so, ugh.
45
And-
minutes, by the way.
So fast. Such a fast scurry.
It's
so
like the
disturbing.
baby alien in the movies where they're like scurrying away.
So disturbing. Birch, you're accompanied by Mur, who is actually waiting outside of your door for you to come out, and Azarion is actually there as well, wanting to walk with you all and still feel like he's a part of this, even though you can tell his eyes are a little bit puffy from the night before, maybe disappointed in himself not being able to succeed at the first trial. Mir says, "Morning."
Morning. Are we down a headwind then? Or
Headwind come later. Night owl, owlin. Later.
and you both slept already?
Fine. I didn't like the inside. I slept on the balcony. I tried to sleep in the garden, but I was told I could not.
I went to the garden for a little bit. It's very comforting that there's a little bit of nature here.
Yes. So quiet. So loud. Zarion's like, no, I slept okay. I'm just really disappointed in myself. I really wanted to do well. I wanted to. That would have been nice to be a part, I think.
You are still a part. The soil provides the nutrients for the plants that grow visibly. You're still very, very important here. And we appreciate you for what you are.
Dirt. I'm dirt. That's why you appreciate me, because I'm dirt.
Dirt is one of my favorite things. And it's one of your favorite things because we find all of our special rocks there. Isn't that right? Yeah.
I do. Right?
You do, right?
Okay.
She
let's go.
goes into her pocket and pulls out a little rock from home and goes,
Ah,
you
from
can hold
home.
on to the lucky rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He puts it and he's like, okay, he like gives you like a little squeeze. Okay, you guys are gonna do just fine. All right, and he like gives like Mur like a little like punch, like, okay, let's go get you guys some breakfast, most important meal of the day, and get you ready for the next trial. You guys are gonna do amazing. And he like puts his hand in his pocket and touches the rock. And you all are again in the great hall, the dining hall there. The seats, Sister Mina, you get the fastest, the first. Save 4 seats around you. But you do realize that instead of 16 chairs, now that there are 12. So any of the other guests that have come to accompany you will not be seated at the table along with you all. And oh, God bless you. Azarian's like,
Bless you.
no, it makes sense. I'm just gonna stand over here. If you need something, if you guys need something, just let me know. I'm gonna be over here with my rock. And Isabel takes a seat at the table.
I squint beneath my mask as I'm like arms as far as I can, holding these places.
What are you doing?
How do you have a chair?
I just sat in an empty one. What do you mean?
You're not important enough to have a chair. Bye-bye.
That's not true. That's not true. And one of the attendees is like, ma'am, I'm so sorry, but table is only for the remaining delegates, please. And points to a spot on the wall, and Isabel's like, you want me to stand?
Does Arya see this happening?
And I think Arya could have
Did we all
walked in.
see
it?
Yeah,
I
I think everybody could have seen it.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a hand on Doc's shoulders and be like, Doc, is she messing with you?
Oh, good. That was hurting. Yeah, she always messes with me.
I'm gonna cross my arms and get real
Oh.
close in her face. Have you ever met a gnome and a tiefling? Back the fuck off, my friend, and go stand over there. You heard her.
She's like looking. She's like, what
Blood
are
under my
you?
mask.
What are you? What am I? Not a bitch. Go stand over there.
I don't know. Being a bitch might be better than whatever all of this is. And she'll like turn, and her like Azamar wing like flutters next to your face as she walks out.
Can I grab it?
Yeah, go ahead. Make us let a hand check. I'll have her do a dex. I don't know. Oh gosh, a 12.
Oh god. 5. I don't grab it.
Yeah, she's an Azamar.
Yep.
She. And she walks out.
Can you help save these chairs? My arms hurt.
Yeah. Hey, are you okay? What
Okay.
the fuck did she say to you?
Oh. I actually don't remember.
Okay. Listen,
I told her she wasn't important enough to sit here.
good
That's all
on
I
you.
remember. I kind of blacked out a little bit.
Good on you. And I'll sit next to a chair, and I'm gonna. Which chair do you want? Do you want the
Just
one?
the two around.
Oh well, I was gonna
Just
just.
trying to save for all of us.
I'll put my feet up on the chair next to me. How about that?
And then I'll lay flat on the other two.
Okay.
You don't have to lay flat for long. I think Dula and Birch show up very shortly after, passing a very disgruntled Isabel, leaving the dining hall.
Oh,
Did we
you
see
guys
the showdown?
Yeah, I think you guys absolutely, 100%.
I do something mysterious.
Uh-huh.
yes.
She passes Isabella and just pats her on the arm and goes, "It's okay, we all understand. It stings to not be VIP." And she pets her, but she also leaves her with Druidcraft, and she leaves her the faint odor of skunk is around Isabel, and she will make sure it stays there the entire
That's my
time.
friend.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god. Oh,
Oh,
Is that
darling,
like a
they have some
woodland
bath
creature?
oils. Oh, they have
It's
backstories.
not
for
me!
that. I think it is.
No! And she's gonna race back to her room.
It follows her up until she's 30 feet away from me, then suddenly
my
disappears.
God! And she just is booking it. She doesn't even care. She's booking it. And yeah, you guys are all now in the dining hall together, sitting around the table. Again, another very humble breakfast of oats. There's some eggs, fresh bread, of course. There is no meat on the table on this day, and the nicest thing on the table, I think, is going to be the moonberry jam that is set out to help butter your breads, but no butter, just the jam. And the high seat and the high council enter as they usually do. Same with Gael following shortly after. And Jeffrey addresses you all. Good morning. I hope that you slept well last night and that your accommodations are adequate, but please have a seat, have your breakfast, and the trial will begin later this afternoon. And they all sit. Gael lingers for just a moment, takes her seat after, and they also have a very meager breakfast. There's discussion at the table, back and forth of what's the trial going to be? What are we going to do? I mean, the first one was just, not eating our fill. What if that is if that's the first trial? What could the prophecy mean, or what it could be if that is the test? And so this is like the conversation that's kind of going all around you. Breakfast is much shorter than dinner, and Jeffrey stands and says, now that everyone is fed and watered, if you would please follow us out to the garden. And instead of walking out to their side doors, they walk out the front the same way that you came and take you guys back to the garden that you are all so incredibly familiar with, and is now decorated in beautiful tapestries of spider webs that now glisten with the morning dew, sunlight hitting it, as the familiars have made themselves familiar with the garden. And Jeffrey takes you through and past where you guys were, deeper into, and there's a little bit of a downhill area that you couldn't have seen, and you look and you can see below is a very large hedge maze, with the hedges of the garden being 10 feet high as you approach. And Jeffrey waits for all of the delegates to make it their way there and says, this one is straightforward. We will put you all in different starting points at the maze, and the last 4 to find the center, to find the fire, will have failed this trial. So get what you need if there's anything you need to prepare, but your attendees will take you to your starting points. May the fire burn within you all. And he and the High Council will step to the side. And your attendees will gather you all up in groups of 3 and take you to 4 separate corners of the maze. And that's where we'll end our session tonight. So next session we'll begin with our trial. And chat, the prelude, these are your players. These are your characters. We needed to get them warmed up first. How did they become the Heralds? So don't worry. Your favorites still got a long way to go. So it's gonna be okay. Players, thank you guys so much. What a wonderful first session for this campaign. What an amazing tone to set. I am so honored to have you at my table to be playing this campaign with me. Let's go around one last time, please. Let us know where we can find you, and give us a little. What was your favorite part of the session here? Let's start again with Bree.
Wow, put on the spot. Hey, hi, hello, Bree here. I'm Bree, and that's where the same username as my TikTok and Instagram. So go find me over there. And my favorite part is just exploring the world of Arya, and I think I love seeing her in the dynamics. I am very privileged and very honored to have the players at this table and have Jen as a DM. It's easily my favorite part. So thank you guys.
Oh my gosh, heart. Hades, darling, tell us.
So yeah, I am Hades. You can find me on any social media platform at Authorities. And I think my favorite part, honestly, was getting to hear all this juicy little political intrigue that Jen has kind of placed into this world. Because we all know about our little regions. We don't really know about what's going on with everybody else. So it's been fun kind of learning the lore that kind of intertwines into all 4 regions and getting to kind of see the interplay of that.
Love. Sky Baby.
Hi, you can find me everywhere, Sky Bunny TTV. My favorite part was touching grass with Birch seductively and making sure she's not touching grass alone.
Touching grass is never going to be the same ever again in my life. I hope you know that.
Never.
The meaning.
I am making a shirt that says
changed.
I'm touching grass.
But it's not what you think it is. And then, speaking of touching grass, Zuli.
Hi, my name is Zuli. Pronouns are any or all, whatever you want to call me, baby, that is fine. You can find me at That's Dear Faye, both over at TikTok and Instagram. And my favorite part, oh my god, can I say everything? Because it was everything. The NPCs were amazing, everyone being in love with their own section of the world, seeing the domino effects of this affects my region, which affects yours, was amazing. And then, of course, I love seeing Sister Mina's reactions to Birch. That was very, very sweet. I loved it. It was so organic. It was so beautiful. I love my friend Mina. I will make anyone smell like a skunk for you, baby girl.
Thank you, Birch.
Wonderful. And my name is Jen, Cancer Moon Cleric on all the places and all the things. I have so many favorites. Obviously, just the chemistry between we know my players love each other. These characters, the chemistry came so natural, and I thought that was such an amazing part. But I do have one scene that was cinematically painted out for me was Beulah stumbling in the garden and hearing little things out of context, and then like staying behind, trying to get the tea. And poor Penny. Penny, I did not expect that we were gonna have a whole thing with Penny, but we did, and I didn't have a story ready for her, but thanks to Arya, she does now.
I warned you that I do this with NPCs.
You are absolutely correct, and I love it so much. Like I said, what an amazing group, what an amazing dynamic. I knew that we were going to have an amazing session, but you guys completely blew it out of the water. I was so nervous, and you guys brought me right back down to touch grass.
To touch grass?
We touched grass together.
Wow.
We just all touched grass.
We did touch grass together, never alone.
Never alone
Always
and touching
together.
Oh my
grass.
god, we touch grass together? What are we?
On the first session,
Lord.
like I don't touch
Lord.
grass on the first session. You don't touch grass and tell, but here we are. We did it live stream, so incredible. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us. So glad to have you guys along for the ride. Next week we're gonna do the conclusion of the Prelude. Which means January will start the actual campaign. We're going to take Christmas and New Year's off, of course. But we've got Sky's doing a Christmas charity event this month, and we're going to have a Christmas party. We're probably going to throw on a Christmas movie in our Christmas pajamas and watch something on here with you guys. So We love you guys so much. Your support means everything, and we can't wait to take you on this journey with us. So thank you guys. Good night. See you next time.